Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, and this is part 17 of restoring this 1978 Dodge Aspen RT, and we're getting pretty close to getting it painted and done as far as I can, as far as I'm going to go with it. So last episode we got all the body work done. All the body work's done and in primer. And what we got left to do is to block it all down with 180 grit and reprime it. And then sand it down in 400 grit, and then it'll be ready to paint. So in this episode we will do that. Well, not get the paint done, but get it all ready to paint. We may get the hood painted. I'm going flat black on the hood. Actually, we should get that done. Okay, so last night I blocked out the roof, and it's got all morning dew on it, but that's pretty much ready to prime. So, and I got this little rear panel here, and the rear spoiler needs to be primed. So I got that ready to prime, roof. But we're going to start sanding on this quarter panel here and work our way down this side. Okay? So at least today we should get all that blocked and then all them areas primed, and then we'll work our way down here, do the deck lid and this side here. Okay, so that's the plan, and I'm gonna get some supplies and some flat black, and by the end of this video we should get this hood flat black. I'm gonna at least paint the hood, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to overlap it down to where the stripe goes. I think I probably will. I'll just decide that at the time. Okay, so I'm going to start over here. I'll set up the time lapse and start over on this side here. Okay, we'll see you next segment. Okay guys, that was about almost an hour of blocking all this out. It's coming out pretty slick. What I was using also with the block, when you get this DA paper, right in the middle is this little deal here, cardboard, and you wrap your sandpaper around that to get these areas like this, and all in here. So it's coming out pretty straight. I'm just gonna do a bunch of stuff off camera, get all these little wheel lips and underneath, but like I was stating before on another video, what you would do, you know, if you don't have that much experience, is to spray some black paint, just mist it on there, and then when you do this, you would see pinholes and low spots and high spots and stuff like that. But I've been doing it so long, I can pick out those little areas there if there is any. And what you want to do is put a little putty, you know, little pinholes and stuff, and then block it out before you prime it. Okay, so that's a quarter panel. I'm going to do some more stuff to it, and then we'll go to the door next. We've got a bunch of shade on there, but anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, it's the next morning. I worked on it a bunch last night. I just got one light coat on this quarter panel because it was dark over here, whereas my shop light just lighting up the passenger side. So all I got left to do on this side is to sand down this door and then reprime the door and put some more primer on that quarter panel. Reprime the roof, it's done. Half the deck lid's done. And then I primed this back area, sanded and primed all that, the back of the spoiler. Okay, and then I started on this this side here. Pretty much got this fender and the door sanded, blocked down, except for the bottom. I still gotta sand the bottom and block out this quarter panel here, and then reprime this whole side, and then this half deck lid here and spoiler. So after that, it should be all primed, final primed, and just needed to be scuffed down 400 grit, and we will get the hood painted and get the grill painted and probably paint underneath the hood flat black. So that's the plan. Okay, so I'll be back in a little while. Okay guys, it's nighttime again. We unplugged the radio. Okay. Have to work out here at night since it's cool out. We're gonna prime this fender and door here. You can't really see very good. I already primed this side here earlier, except for one spot in the door I had to rework. Probably can't see it, but I primed most of the door, the quarter panel, spoiler. Okay, I'll show you some stuff I bought today. Bought a couple of Harbor Freight paint guns for like $16 and something. The last one I had, I think, was screwed up. It wasn't spraying right, screwed up from the factory. But I don't clean them. I use them, I don't know, for a while till they screw up, and then just buy another one. Usually buy two at a time. Okay, and then I bought this. This is a 2K urethane matte black. They had a satin black. I didn't really know what the difference. He didn't really know. He thought maybe this one was more flatter, which is okay. So that's going to be what we're going to paint the hood with. It comes with some hardener activator. That stuff was $10 for the activator, $29 for the paint. So about 40 bucks, and some thinner. And I bought some 400 wet and dry. So we're gonna go over, we're gonna prime a little bit here. I'll show you. Compressor will come on in a minute, but let me get this loaded on the gun. I'm gonna prime this little area over here. Probably can't see it, but a little bit of priming there. Over here where we can see. This is the other gun, by the way. So we're just going to put on 2 good coats. Okay, I'm going to give it another coat here in a few minutes, but in the meantime I'll show you. So after I put another coat on here, that'll be pretty much it for the final prime. I probably have a few little areas, a couple little pinholes I got to fix and reprime, but 99% of it is done. So after it's final prime, you let it dry for a day or 2 or 3. And then I'm going to use 400 wet and dry. Now, if you're beginning, I would, let me just lay this here. Okay, if you're just starting out, use a soft sanding block. I don't have one, but what that does, it's just a real thin looking pad, and it keeps you from putting your fingers in it. So if you don't use a block like this, what you don't want to do is press with your fingers, because they'll leave grooves in the paint. You got to use your hand really flat and use a circular motion like this. And again, if you wanted to use some black paint, spray a little coat over that so you could see if there's any other scratches, pinholes, stuff like that you might have missed. You can do that, but I usually like to use it dry till it almost feels like it's worn out, and then I'll use it wet. I'll use a bucket of water, get a little bit of soap in it, and keep dipping this in soap. But for now I'm going to use it. I could probably do all the hood with just dry. So you just want to keep flipping it around. You fold it like that. You want to keep flipping it like this, and banging it out, banging all the dust out. So you kind of go in a circular motion, and you don't push really hard because you don't want the finger indentations in it. So just about medium pressure. Okay, so I'm sure you don't want to see hours and hours of that, but and then of course you'll probably end up sanding through and getting some bare metal spots like on the edges here or something. But you pretty much do the whole car like that, and if you get any metal showing, put a little bit of primer and then sand that before you paint it. You don't want to paint over bare metal. Okay, so and then of course if you see any pinholes or scratches that are too deep, then use spot putty over it. But you actually should do that the stage before you final prime it. But still you'll see some spots in it that you might have missed or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to sand all this down at 400 grit. Now I'm going to put another coat of primer on this side and sand this whole hood, and now I'll have to unmask it. And I got to do the cowl. I'm going to do the hood, the cowl area here, and I think I am going to do it the top of the fenders flat black too. The stripe comes down about an 1.5 inches is where the stripe is. Stripes like that. So I'm going to come down about 2 inches, mask it off there, and paint it flat black all the way. I believe. I'll have to unmask all this and look, but for now, okay, so I'll be back. Okay guys, it's been a couple of days. I've been sanding the hell out of this car. First with the dry 400 grit, and then wet and dry, and then fixing all the little pinholes and stuff like that. Okay, but right now we're going to go ahead and paint this grill. And I'm going to use the same paint that I painted these wheels with, little kind of a silvery gold. Okay, so I masked it all off. And first off, we're going to use some of this Bulldog grip adhesion remover, or adhesion promoter. And we'll just put a light coat on there and make the paint stick. Okay. Now what I'm going to do with this after I paint it, that silvery gold, is I'm going to take, I got some little paint brushes, and I'm going to put flat black all around this edge here. All along the bottom there with a little brush. Okay, but let me get I got the paint in the paint gun. Okay, I'll put a couple of coats on and I'll be back. Okay, here's the grill. Doesn't look the best. I just kind of free-handed that flat black on there with a little paintbrush. I probably should have used some masking tape, but it's good enough for now. Okay, I was just going to show you some water sanding. I'm just about done sanding all this, getting the whole car ready to paint. So you get a bucket of water and your sandpaper, put a little soap in there, and then just go over it in a circular motion. And then you just look for, if you're using that some black paint guide coat on there, you just sand all that off. But if you're not, just look for little sand scratches and pinholes and stuff. See, like mostly on the spoiler I had to fix some screw ups. There was a little indentation there. But you just go over it like that, constantly wipe it down with water, and after you've done that, just kind of spray it off with a hose or something, or use like a wet rag like this, and just look for little imperfections, and you want to fix all that before you paint it, because you don't want to paint over anything like that. So I'm pretty much got it ready to paint. I just gotta see all these spots on the spoiler here. Now I got them decals in, and they go along the spoiler here, but this thing is all warpy, and you got to squeegee them decals on there. I'm awful worried about that. There's no way I'm not gonna fill all that in with Bondo to straighten it. So I don't know if you can tell if it's pretty bad. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, so the plan is to get it, I think I just got the deck lid and the roof to go over a few spots, and I'm gonna wash it down. And then paint the hood flat black. Well, I got to go over and prime. See these little areas that I went through here? I got to scuff that little surface rust down. Just prime them areas, and then so the goal is to paint this hood flat black, hood and the cowl, today or tonight. Bring it inside the shop. Okay, so heading towards that. So I'll be back later. Okay guys, about to paint the hood. I'll set the camera up on a tripod. Probably won't be able to see much, but I'm gonna get the flat black on the hood and the cowl. My garage is a mess again. That's how I set up my garage. I just put a fan there and a cardboard box there. If you're gonna paint a car in your garage, you can seal it up real good. But I'm just doing a hood and it should dry pretty fast. But if you're painting a whole car, seal it up real good. I'll have to clean out this garage, and my two back lights went out. I don't know why. Maybe the bulbs are old. Anyway, I got the light over here on this hood, so anyway, I'm gonna set this up and watch me paint. Probably just put the first coat on. I'm probably gonna put 3 coats on it. So I'll leave the camera running while I put 1 coat on it. And okay, I'll be back because I'm gonna wrap some plastic around this so the overspray doesn't ruin the camera. Okay guys, I got 3 good coats of paint on it. It is pretty flat. I guess there is a difference between matte and satin, but yeah, it looks good. I've been having a problem with this new air compressor I got, and it's blowing out water, and I know that you can put water filter traps and all that stuff on it, but I drain all the water out of it on my old one and it doesn't blow through the hose or nothing. And this one, it drips out the bottom of the steel here. So I got a spot on the hood over here on my first coat. I don't know how bad you can see it right there. It came out and I kind of went like that with my finger, and then I put the second and third coats over it. So anyway, I don't think I'm going to redo it. I might, but see, I'm going to mask this off, paint the rest of the car gloss black, and then I'm going to come back over it after the decals and everything are on, which go here, and then paint in between here and the decal flat black up. So I may redo the hood, but it's just that little spot. It's not really noticeable. It's not very good light on here, so she's flat. So anyway, I'm gonna let this sit for a couple days. I got some more sanding to do on it, and then I'm gonna paint the whole thing gloss black. Let that sit for a few days, and then put I'll unwrap the decals there, show y'all. Comes in one big sheet, and each stripe for the fender, door, quarter, all that, you got to cut all them out. So I'll show you all that next video, or whenever it's ready to put on. Okay, so I'll end this video now, and I'll get this painted next video. Okay, then I'm gonna start on my 78 Nova, Chevy Nova. Hope y'all stick around for that. I'm gonna start making a video on it here. Well, it's raining out there now, some odd reason, but if the rain stops or tomorrow, I'm gonna start on a video on that and bring that up and put it in front of the garage here. And then this one will go back outside, and hopefully get a few days of sun on that hood to dry it real good. Okay, so we're not done with this one yet. We got another video of painting it and putting on the stripes, and then I'm going to do a recap of how much everything cost. So we got a few videos left of this one, but I'm going to start on that Nova and just do a little introduction video type thing to it. So yeah, I hope you all stick around for that. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, it's free. And hope y'all can help me out. I need about 100 more, a little over 100 to get 1,000 subscribers. I know there's a lot more than that watch these videos, so all that haven't subscribed, just hit that subscribe button. It's in the bottom right hand corner. Just click that, and we will see you all next video.